Hi there. Here's a great test of your written English. Have a go at finding all of the mistakes in this passage of text. It's written in the style of the 11 Plus English exam, which UK students have to take if they want to get into selective grammar schools or other selective high schools. Now, this passage is split up into lines, and each line is divided into 4 boxes. All you have to do is to figure out whether the mistake on a particular line is in box A, B, C, D, or none of these, because some lines might not have any mistakes on them. For example, the first line reads, "The signal first reached Earth 19 years ago. At the time, we didn't," and then it carries on to the next line. Now, the mistake here is that we need to have a comma after the fronted adverbial "at the time," but it hasn't been added. This means the mistake on this line is in box D. Feel free to pause the video here and see if you can work out where the mistakes are, or indeed, if there are any, in the remaining lines. Remember, the mistakes can be in punctuation or capital letters. Okay, we've already seen where the mistake lies in the first line, so let's take a look at the next one. The beginning of line 2 continues on from line 1, and the passage is meant to read, "We didn't know, dash, couldn't have known, dash, where it came from." A pair of dashes can sometimes be used to draw the reader's attention to extra information, rather than a pair of commas or brackets. But here, the writer forgot to put in the first dash. Therefore, the mistake in this line is in box A. Now, the third line is a lot better. There aren't actually any mistakes in any of the boxes. Did you think there was a mistake on line 3? If so, let us know in the comments. Looking at the fourth line, we notice that the text is conveying that the writer's dad is saying something. He's saying, "They're making contact." If we wanted to write this, we would need to use speech marks at the beginning and end of all direct speech. We've already got a speech mark at the beginning of his statement, but it's missing at the end. Therefore, the mistake on this line is in box C. Moving on, we see that the beginning of line 5 is missing a full stop. It's supposed to be, "He shouted at anyone who would listen," end sentence, and then a new sentence starting with, "I told you they were coming." We need a full stop at the end of attributive tags, telling you which character said the dialogue, which in this case is, "He shouted at anyone who would listen." Therefore, the mistake is in box A. When answering these types of questions, make sure to check for full stops when the sentence ends at the end of a line or before a direct speech quote. It can be easy to miss these at first glance. On line 6, we talk about some scientists, plural. However, the writer has used an apostrophe, which would indicate possession, something belonging to the scientist. Remember that we don't use apostrophes for plurals, so the mistake is in box C. Next, on line 7, we notice a contraction. Instead of saying, "it was not," the writer has said, "it wasn't." Except, with a contraction, we need to use an apostrophe where some of the letters are missing. The O from not is missing from wasn't, so we need to put an apostrophe there. This is missing, so the mistake is once again in box C. And finally, on the last line, we notice that the writer has not capitalised the A in American. In English, countries, languages and nationalities are always capitalised, so the mistake is in box A. How many mistakes did you correctly find? Let us know in the comments below. This type of question, where we need to find mistakes on each line within a passage, is commonly seen in the UK 11 Plus exam. Primary school students in the UK that have applied to selective high schools or grammar schools will often have to sit this exam as part of their admissions process. If you're preparing for the 11 Plus and would like to enhance your preparation, then check out NAGWA classes, the affordable and effective way to prepare. We offer online tutoring with expert teachers, practice questions in the style of the 11 Plus exam, and a chat function to ask questions between live sessions. Check out the link in the description to attend a free trial session today. And if you enjoyed this video, then please consider subscribing to our channel. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.